What's up, nerds? Steve, Tactical Trading. Just wanted to do a mid-year review on the business, give you guys some information, kind of let you see where my head's at, where I think things are going, and how we think the next 6 months are going to go. So we'll just jump right in with the overview. Going to do a mid-year review. Will be kind of our first touch point, give you guys a little bit of credibility check. Again, when I show you numbers, it's never meant to boast. It is meant to inspire and prove that we are doing everything we can to make this not just a vision, but just show you the roadmap, show you the path that we're on, show you what we do to generate that cash flow, and really just try and illustrate the point that you guys can do this. Quick recap for anybody who isn't familiar with me, but this all started in 2023 from a seed of $20,000. So none of the numbers that you'll see here are from my paycheck, from savings, like all of the money that you're going to see, all of the numbers that we look at, it's all from that $20,000 seed. So we'll do a quick review on the numbers. We'll talk a little bit about mindset and just how important that is to success in anything, but how it affects my business directly. We'll talk about the shift to Chinese for my business and how that has really changed the trajectory of things. We'll dig into the long-term goals of tactical trading, and then we'll talk about what is next. So before we jump in, though, if you do want to work with me, run a website called Tactical Trading. We specialize in bringing Chinese Pokemon product mostly, do a little bit of other IPs as well, but we bring product in mass. And from overseas, verify that it's authentic, and we've got some great suppliers that we work with, and bring that product over to the United States and then sell to other businesses. So you do have to be a business to work with us. We do need a resale certificate from you because we do sell tax-free, and we sell also with no shipping charges. So the price that you see on our website is the price that you will pay. Very simple. I'll put the link down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. There's also an option if you don't necessarily want to register or you don't have a resale certificate right now, but it's something that you're interested in later, you can just sign up for our email and kind of keep up with our marketing. I promise I'm not going to blow you guys up. I send out maybe 2 emails a month, and only when it's pertinent to bringing product in and letting you guys know, giving you a pulse on the market. And when I have information that I think is valuable for the businesses that I work with, how it pertains to product, that's typically how those marketing emails work. So when you do decide to work with us, you'll just click on wholesale registration, fill out your information, and then upload your resale and tax information, and that'll give you guys access to tax-free Pokemon. So jumping into the numbers. So mid-year review, we launched a website on April 1st. So not quite 3 full months into that. And this top rung of numbers that you see here is just a little bit of data that I pulled from the website that you guys can see. We've done $645,000 in sales on Shopify. Very large average order value of $2,287 with almost 700 items sold. So all of that's going to be case quantity. That would be the website that we talked about and the registration. So this is all B2B. This is guys buying tax-free, local card shops, rip and shippers, live streamers, vendors, large-scale investors that want to set a large amount of products back. Moose, hey, settle. You got Moose at my feet. So just a quick snapshot of the business right there on the top. Then we have some third-party marketplaces on the bottom left and middle right. So 133,000 on eBay, 67,000 on another e-commerce platform, and then almost 300,000 in private sales. So our year-to-date sales so far, $1.14 million. Again, not a flex. It is just to show you guys this all has happened in less than 3 years from a $20,000 seed. And that really will trickle into the next part of the conversation, which is really mindset. And I just believe this is the core foundation of basically anything in life. If you're going to be good at something, like, you have to do hard shit. If you wake up in the morning and you decide you're going to do hard shit, your life will be very easy. And this is like a juxtaposition, or I don't know if that's even the right word, but it's just like this weird thing where when you wake up and you decide I'm going to do hard shit, like I'm going to throw a ruck on and I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to go hit the gym. I'm going to meal prep. I'm going to eat clean food this week. Like when you decide that you're going to better yourself and make uncomfortable decisions today, that makes tomorrow very easy. But when you just do easy things, like your life is going to be much harder. So I just believe this like as a core fundamental truth. A little more personal background on me. For you guys who don't know, I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. I was a reconnaissance Marine, small unit tactics, special operations capable unit. I was in from 2015 to 2021. And I believe that truly set the foundation for where I'm at today, and really showed me like what life, like how capable like the human body and the human mind really is. Reconnaissance training is like, if you guys remember back on the military channel, and I know like this probably is a miss for a lot of people, but like there were all these shows called like Surviving the Cut, and it was like, do you have what it takes to be a Navy SEAL? Like the amount of like mental toughness that you have to go through those things, and like the physical side is one thing, but the mental side is a whole nother thing. Like waking up in the morning and going straight to the ocean and getting, just blasted by the Pacific waters in January, and the water temp is like 60 degrees, which doesn't sound cold, but that is cold water. And then going into like a long run and being sleep deprived and being hungry, like those things just build character. So I give so much of where I am today to those prior life experiences that I had. And I still carry that forward. So yesterday did a great shoulder workout and then threw a ruck on and took the dog out in the woods and just walked for like a mile. Like an hour. Probably got like a 3 mile, relatively light, but just like kind of a 2-a-day workout, and it just felt good. When I got back in around noon, I just felt good. I was ready to dominate the rest of the day. And choosing to do that on a Saturday with my free time, like I just continue to make choices like that I believe set me up for a better tomorrow. So not here to life coach, not here to like be better than you, but like you're capable of all that stuff as well. And I would just encourage you, like, hey man, take a look in the mirror, be really honest with yourself. Do you do hard shit on a daily basis that you don't really want to do? And if no, like start doing it. Start doing it, start going to the gym. Start taking things more seriously, and it will make your tomorrow better. And over a long period of time, like I don't know the exact math on this, but like 1% improvement every day is like a 20,000% return over a full year, because that 1% compounds on that yesterday's 1%, which compounds on the day before's 1%. So like just try to set goals that put you on that path, and it takes time. It's like going to the gym. You don't see results immediately. Like running a business, you don't see results immediately. I mean, I think my content's a great example of this. I suck at making videos. I'm not consistent on YouTube, and I don't really want to be. Like, my goal is not to be a big YouTuber. My goal is to use YouTube to help facilitate where I want my business to go. But like, just for me to get out of my comfort zone and make a video like this and go on camera and share like personal information, show you numbers with my business, like knowing that there are going to be people that watch this video and don't like what I say, they think that the numbers that I'm showing you are crazy and they'll never do business with me. Like knowing that those are risks, like I'm still putting myself out there. So like me doing this video, as dumb as that may sound, like it is one of those choices for me personally that's like, hey man, this is kind of hard for me, but like it is making me better. So we'll move away from like all that personal life coach type crap, but a thing going on right now, and it always is happening, but we live in a 48-hour news cycle, and it's not just in the world, but like in Pokemon, we have a 48-hour news cycle as well. And right now it's all about PCG and PSA shutdown and everybody shilling Rudy's company. And the other big thing is these guys trying to charge $2,500 for a course. Like, to me, all of that, like, I don't care what you believe. I don't care your perspective on either of those two things. Like, you have two businesses that are doing things that are creating noise, which is great for their businesses, by the way. But like those things are noise. They literally do not affect my day-to-day operations at all. It's like turning on the news and seeing whatever bad shit is happening in the world. Like, it doesn't affect my day-to-day, so I don't engage. I don't engage with the noise to the best of my ability. Like, I am taking it in, right? Like, it's impossible not to hear the noise if you're plugged in, but don't let it affect your day to day. Don't let it affect your trajectory. And sometimes like you have to be, this is like a complicated conversation that could be a whole deep dive, but taking noise and distilling that down to try and get like the information that is pertinent to what you're trying to do, that's a skill. So like taking the noise and trying to break it down to like one point that says like, okay, if PCG gains traction and PSA continues to be shut down, like, does that affect my business long term? Like, that would be an example of trying to pull useful information out of what is really right now a lot of noise. And again, like, don't really care what your perspective is on the whole PCG thing or on Oyamas and jar chops trying to run a course. But like, I will speak on that just briefly. My company spent $5,000. Gosh, I don't remember if it was 25 or if it was this year. I think it was late 2025. They spent $5,000 for me to go to Alex Hormozi's course at acquisition.com. I went to his headquarters. I met Alex Hormozi in person, and my company spent $5,000 for me to go to a 2-day seminar to listen to Alex, because there was it was worth the $5,000 for in 2 days. And the hotels, the flights, the food. It was probably $7,500 all in for me to go there for 2 days. But there is value in coaching. Like, I'm not going to say there's not. Like, I've been to several of them. I've also been through some very expensive professional sales training. Like, I do think there is value in coaching. So like, I'll just leave that there. And for missing the forest for the trees is something that is super important for me and trying to keep my business on track and like my goals with my business. Like, I don't ever want to get wrapped around the axle and not make a move on something because I'm thinking about the wrong thing, or I'm concerned about something that maybe is like kind of the minutia of the bigger picture. So like a specific example in this hobby, like how it relates to my business right now is like, there are some things that we want to do to the website to give a better user experience, but we're not going to stop offering our core offer, which is very cheap wholesale product for US customers, just because we can't figure out those small tweaks on the website. Like, it is what it is. Like, we'll eventually get there, but it's also something that you have to put on the back burner, and you have to be able to compartmentalize and triage. That's like a term that we use all the time in the military, but like triage, like what is the matter of most important, and like try and order things out to like, okay, what affects, like, what is my goal today? And like, I have like all of these micro goals and things that I want to do over a longer period of time, but like, what needs to happen right now to make sure that this whole thing continues moving in the right direction. So again, like, not super Pokemon focused, but it's all related, I promise you. Back to more Pokemon, like, a big piece of our business this year has come from the shift and the gamble that was betting on Chinese early, and we are now seeing that momentum continue to move through the summer. The summer slowdown has not affected our business. This is our largest month yet. Chinese is so competitively priced on our website, and other businesses are making enough money buying from us that it just makes sense for them to bring it in and incorporate it to their strategy. So again, a lot of vendors, rip and shippers, live streamers, local card shops all around the nation are bringing in product knowing that, hey, if I'm buying a $20 booster box from Steve at Tactical Trading, I can turn around and sell it for $30, $35, $40. I mean, that's a 50, 75, 100% margin for these guys. And knowing that customers don't want to pay $200, $300, $400 for an English booster box. Like, I'll give you an example. Like a grandfather walks into a card shop with his 8-year-old grandson. Like, he's not gonna buy a $400 booster box for his grandkid, but like, he would probably spend $30 or $40. So it's a great, like, almost like the Twix bars and the chapstick next to the cashier at Walmart, right? It's like that easy, quick dollar that really drives like a huge margin for stores, even though the dollars are smaller. And that's kind of what Chinese does. I had a guy who buys from me. Well, yeah, I mean, his name is Josh, but I won't go more than that. But he sent me a snapshot of his show that he did about a month ago, and he sold $11,000 worth of Chinese booster boxes at a weekend show, and not a Collecticon. It was like a local show. So a lot of my customers are betting on Chinese, as am I, and we're having a tremendous amount of success with it. So we're winning together, and I believe Chinese will continue to dominate as long as they continue to crank out exclusive arts. And they so far are giving us that roadmap. Like, we've got the new Team Rocket set coming out, and it's Chinese mainline sets are kind of weird. They kind of do like this conglomerate of 3-4 sets in English, and it seems like they're trying to like catch up. So the Rocket set isn't like Glory to Team Rocket or Destined Rivals in English. It's got like some other sets kind of meshed in there as well. But there's an exclusive Brock card in there, which you guys have probably already heard about on PokeBeach. But like, if they continue doing that, I think this continues to be what we're saying. Like, I think the trajectory is up and to the right for Chinese Pokemon as long as they maintain that exclusivity. So this I've not shown this before, but this is like the goal of tactical trading is to continue to compound the amount of sealed product that I have, and it's all inspired from Alpha Investment Strategy. So like Alpha Investment Strategy back in the day was very vocal about it, but he would basically turn modern product and he would roll it back into vintage era 93, 94 Magic. And like, my strategy is basically the same thing, except it's to just roll it into modern English sealed product. Any profits from the business that are not contributing to the working capital, like let's say I have a dollar threshold that I need of dry powder of $100,000. Well, at the end of the month, if I've got $115,000, like, I may go buy $15,000 worth of English sealed product if I can find something that I think is priced fairly and it's something that I want exposure to long term. So not going to go into this line by line, but feel free to pause the video, look at this. Like, this is an honest view at my English sealed position. And the goal is to continue to grow this. Like, this is why I structured the business the way that I did, and it's evolved over time. And like, what happens day to day in my business is flexible, but the long-term strategy of what tactical trading is doing is not. It's very rigid. It's horde product, continue to build the dragon horde over time. Like, that is the goal. That has been the goal since way back in the day when I was just doing this as a hobby and just kind of hustling on the side. And then when we went legit in 2023 and actually incorporated and decided I was going to take this really seriously, like, this has been the goal, this has been the strategy, and it's not going to change anytime soon. So what's next for tactical trading? Continue to be consistent. I think it's small. It's 4 yards of play wins a ball game. So we want base hits. We want continuous like shots on goal. Home runs are awesome. We've had a ton of home runs in this market, but more back when it was still less like wholesale Chinese focused. It was still more grading. Like, we just caught the market, and it worked out very well, which gave us the cash flow to really commit money and commit dollars to holding a ton of inventory and leasing a commercial space, which is absolutely necessary for the scale that we're at now. What we want to continue to do, in addition to just having those shots on goal and being consistent, is we want to continue to ramp up. We want to find new customers to work with. We want to continue to advocate for Chinese Pokemon and show people what that opportunity is. And as more and more people continue to realize that, hey, this product is great, and we now have a great source to get it, like, we just want to continue to build those relationships and ramp that up. And one thing that I really need to focus on starting this month is going to be marketing. So I'm going to start spending quite a bit of money on advertising, and really just trying to get more people exposure to tactical trading. So I believe that is it for us today. So I appreciate you guys. I know it's not quite halfway through the year yet. I got a couple of days to go, but my daughter is 3 days late, and my wife will likely be giving birth to our daughter, Hunter Claire, here in the next day or two. So wanted to get this video out before that happens, and we get really busy. So appreciate you guys. Catch you soon.